Hi there everyone and welcome back to Projectotron, the prediction site with a different, still on day 2 of the knockout stages, and we're looking at the tie that pretty much nobody saw coming. Costa Rica are the surprise package from Group D. They're going to be facing a solid Greece side who somehow managed to sneak their way out of a tough Group C. Rory, how do you see this going?
That's a really good question. I had no idea this was going to be a fixture in this World Cup after seeing the group stages. I thought Greece. We saw the Greece 2004, that steal coming out against the Ivory Coast. They needed to, and I think they were good for that win. I think they really deserved to go through. They played very well against Japan despite only having 10 men for the majority of the game. And yeah, they're rightfully here. Costa Rica, also rightfully here. They played brilliantly in the first two group games and did enough to see off a very disappointing England. They fully earned this place, and one of these teams is going to be a first-time quarter-finalist.
One of these teams is going to be a quarter-finalist in the World Cup.
It's going to be very interesting, very exciting. And yeah, it's seeing how this will go. I don't know, because we've had such little time to contemplate it. But if I had to just go out on a limb, I'm going to go with Costa Rica, because you ride the hot hand here, and Costa Rica are the hot hand. Greece have shown to be stubborn, passionate, really determined, but I don't think they have as much going forward as Costa Rica have shown in this competition. I think that if Greece take the lead, they'll prevail. I think if Costa Rica take the lead, they'll prevail. Greece won't be able to pull it back. Very tricky to call. I'm going to go with a very tight 1-0 Costa Rica win.
1-0 Costa Rica, okay. I see this as being also a very tight affair, but what's interesting, I think, is going to be how the Costa Rican players deal with the pressure of this. This Greek team is full of seasoned campaigners, and they've all had World Cup experience pretty much, and they showed in the game against Ivory Coast that they can come through in a clutch. I'm thinking that Costa Rica, I'd be tempted to say they'd come undone, but I can definitely see this going 0-0 and going all the way to extra time and penalties. The reason I say that is because Costa Rica, while they were fantastic going forward in the group stages, they also only conceded one goal, and that was a penalty against Uruguay. They've shown that they're incredibly defensively solid. And I think that when push comes to shove, it'll be two incredibly defensively solid teams, slightly unambitious in attack, and they're not going to be able to separate themselves over the course of the regular game. After that, it's anyone's game, and I really think that the Greeks are going to eke out a win. Well, I'm tempted to say penalties, so I'm going to say penalties. I think the Greeks will win on penalties after a 0-0 draw in normal time. What about Projectotron?
Projectotron has guessed that the Costa Rican dream is going to end. It'll be a 1-0 to Greece, an extra time goal scored by Mitroglou, and the Greeks continue on in the spirit of 2004. Just how far can they go? Well, they're in the quarterfinals.